Hi guys, it's Chris here from SomeBloke who travels a lot, and today we're in Liverpool, but not for long, as I'm about to get on the Isle of Man steam packet ferry to Douglas. And in this video, I'll show you a price guide, boarding, lounges, and how to get one of the paid lounges for free, general seating and food on board, and also some great views departing Liverpool and arriving in Douglas. And at the end of the video, I'll tell you why I was going to the Isle of Man in the first place. You might be a bit surprised. Now, the Liverpool terminal is at Triskelion Way. It's just downriver from the old pierhead landing stage near the Victoria Dock. Now, I've visited Liverpool many times and I'm very familiar with the Albert Dock, but this was my first time at this end of town. And to be honest, I didn't even know there was a Victoria Dock. But, of course, it makes perfect sense. If you've got Albert, you've got Victoria. Now, I had plenty of time to get here, and it was a beautiful morning, so I walked from Lime Street. But if, like me, you'll be travelling as a foot passenger and you don't fancy the walk there, there's a bus service from Lime Street, and I'll put all those details in the description below, along with links to the Steam Packet website for booking.
Good morning. Yeah, I've got a couple of charges.
Chargers are fine. Is there any electronics such as iPad or Kindles
No,
in there,
and a bottle
laptop
of drink.
or anything? That's fine. Is it alcohol?
No.
Okay. Can you put your watch in the tray, please? Can you just wait a second, please?
Do you want the belt?
Yeah. Sunglasses. Any coins, keys in your pocket?
No.
No? Straight through then. Wait, why isn't it going through?
Thanks.
Now, the crossing itself is 2 hours 45 minutes. But of course, this is the Irish Sea, so that's more of a guide than a guarantee. But in my case, we departed on time and we arrived 5 minutes early. So, how are you going to pass the time on board? Well, I spent most of it on the deck, and there were great views leaving Liverpool and arriving in Douglas. And this sign on the deck, oh, it gave me a false hope I might see a dolphin, but I didn't. But I still enjoyed the sea air and the views. Now I shall share a few of those moments with you here as we leave Liverpool and then go past the New Brighton Peninsula. But if you want to watch more of my views from the deck, I'll put a separate video on. The link for that is at the end of this video and of course in the description. And that just takes in just leaving Liverpool, which was absolutely wonderful, and arriving in Douglas, which wasn't quite as wonderful as the weather had changed, but still a nice view to arrive.
I'll just wait here as you're fading away. I got to know you, got to love you. One thing to say before you're fading away. I really love you. Escaping your pain now. You break down, you're drained now. Your heart pounds, your lips move, your eyes shine. You lose it all. Together we go down.
Now, back inside, and those lounges on board. You have two, well, sort of actually three, but I'll kind of explain that in a second. There are two premium lounges, which you will be asked to select at booking. Now, the first is called Bar Rule, which is £24 per person, which against my fare of £30 for the crossing seemed a little bit much. So I didn't book it. But at the end of the crossing, I did sneak in and take a look. And it's free snacks, soft drinks, and table service is basically the offerings here. Now, the next lounge is Niarbyl. I guess I pronounced that right. If I haven't, let me know in the comments. Now, that's a much more reasonable £7 per person. There's no complimentary snacks or drinks, just a reserved seat. Now, in fact, it's just the reservation of the seat you're paying for. Because as I mentioned, getting one of these lounges for free, well, it's this one. See, you're basically welcome to come up here and sit in any seat that's not reserved. So somebody can pay £7 for a reservation, you pay nothing, and you sat next to each other. But of course, if all the seats are full, you haven't got a seat, and they have. So if you fancy taking a little risk, it's free. But if you don't want to pay £24 and the seat's full, there is the third lounge I mentioned. There's actually a small little onboard cinema. And tucked away, it's quiet, there's a few comfy seats, and with 2 hours 40 minutes, there is time to enjoy the movie. So, would I recommend the premium lounge or the reservation lounge? No, I wouldn't. This is a July midweek crossing, and there was space in the lounges and space in the bar and cafe, and I had no problem in finding a seat to enjoy my full breakfast Balm cake, which I thought at £7 was pretty good value. And for £14, you can get a main meal, whether it's a full English breakfast, fish and chips, burger, curry, you get the idea. So what else is on board? Well, of course, there's a bar, which I did skip on the crossing out, a bit early for me. But I did film a little bit here just to show you as we were arriving in Douglas, and I caught the prices, and it was £5 to £6 for a pint, £6 for a glass of wine, and about £3.50 for a cappuccino or other style of posh coffee. Now, as I said, we arrived about 5 minutes early. Oh, I nearly forgot. There's a shop. It's a small shop. It's selling shop things that you would expect on a ferry. Now, we come into Douglas itself. There's buses, there's taxis, or it's either a short walk into town. So, I caught the bus. But where was I going on my bus, and what did I come to the Isle of Man for? Well, I came to the Isle of Man to come straight home. So, as I said, I got on a bus to the airport to catch the shortest scheduled flight to an English airport. And that is next week's video. So if you enjoyed this one, fancy seeing that one, then please do subscribe. And if you ring the bell, YouTube will notify you when I publish the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and happy travels.
To